Shall we start or wait?
Yeah, I want to like go over a few things and then we can start.
Okay.
So I propose we do the centering, and so like most of the healing process can be about, I mean, I think you did a few, so you already know, but it's a lot about like completing loops and like navigating for me. So it's not really about you like doing something. It's like, yeah, it's like navigating for me. And if you have like an instinct or something comes from somewhere to you and you're like, there's something there, so you can, you can ask questions like, what is it about, what's the purpose, or like, again, it's like, what is the feeling there, what is the feeling, like that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I want to say before we start, I feel a bit of fear, and like a fear that I won't give to you what you want, or like if I do something that's not PM, that you'll be pulled out from being in your healing process because of like a kind of a need to teach me or something. And so I want to I want to say before we start, like, I'm, as much as possible, I'll be using PM tools. If something else comes through me that feels accurate, I want to feel free to be able to be really present with you and to not have that fear interfere with it. And I really want to say this is for you. This is your process. So if we can like step outside from the roles that we've been in, that you're it doesn't feel quite accurate, but like the teacher, to allow you to really receive. And if something doesn't feel accurate, of course, say it doesn't feel accurate. And that you feel free to say what does resonate with you, what doesn't resonate with you, to be, this is for you.
Yeah, so I hear from you that you're on board with that this process is for me, and that you don't want me to take a role of a teacher or something like that, and you have fear about doing something wrong or something like that. And you want to use other tools than PM if they come through you. What else was there? Yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
All right, so there's a couple of things, like I'm not a teacher, so anyways, I don't want to be in that role anyway. So if at any point that comes, you can give me feedback and coaching about it. And also, I propose you don't use stuff not from PM, because that's going to mix context and it's going to create confusion, and it's like already bring fear into the space and resistance. So whatever you have from what you saw from people holding space for you, do that. And I mean, with those tools, like with these kind of questions, you can, if you have an impulse to ask something or something like that, you can do it, but try not to mix things that you got from other kind of contexts. And about your fear, like your fear is great. Use your fear in the space. Yeah, if you have fear, it's like am I doing something wrong or something like this? So let your fear tell you what to do, and kind of navigate with that. And also one more thing is, like, it's okay because it's like a radical responsibility space. I also take radical responsibility for the space. I'm not coming as like it's not like a therapy kind of thing that I'm your patient. So I also navigate the space with you. So for like a lot of, I'm not the only one that do it, but people that do healing process for a long time, they sometimes like help to navigate, like ask me that or something like that. So I can be there in the healing process. It's not like I get a massage or something, you know.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I hear you saying you prefer for me not to use other tools other than PM, and that you don't want to be in a teacher role anyway. That's not what you connect with. And we're both responsible for the space, so you'll also help navigate it if you feel the need to.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Oh, and that I should use my fear.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And there's also something coming up like, I trust you and I'm happy that you're doing it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
It's an honor. Okay, so let's close our eyes and come into our physical center.
Actually, I just felt that my legs are really cold. I'm going to go bring like shoes and
Okay.
start. Is that okay? Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
So let's close our eyes and come into our physical center. We can place 3 fingers below the belly button if you need. To really drop into the physical center. Center of your body, the center of gravity. Letting all of your awareness drop in there. And now we'll call in our energetic center in front of us, in a ball in front of us. Calling in all the parts of ourselves that are stuck in the past or in the future. Any images that come to us. Any conversations we might have had, places that we've been, things that we're planning. Just pulling them all in into this ball in front of us. When they're all in, bringing that energetic center in to meet our physical center. And this is the sensation of being centered. And now we'll use our clicker to create our grounding cord. Sending the cord down from our center, our physical center, down to the center of the earth. So we'll click with our clicker now to create our grounding cord. So seeing a color with it. And on the count of 3, we'll call in the color. 1, 2, 3.
Mine is
Orange.
beige and green.
And now we'll click with our clicker to call in our bubble around our bodies, around our being, about 10 centimeters from our bodies. This bubble will protect our space. We control what energy goes out, what energy comes in. So we'll click with our clicker now to create our bubble of light. And just checking that there are no holes in it. And just seeing now how we feel inside of our bubble. Letting this bubble be filled with our own personal energy. And now let's together click with our clicker to bring in the gold cube of light to protect the space, to hold the space with a black grounding cord. 1, 2, 3. And let's call in the bright principles, love,
connection,
exploration,
clarity, adventure,
truth,
initiation, authenticity,
commitment, responsibility, connection, communication, trust, let's open our eyes now and come close to the screen. And just take 20 seconds to meet each other's eyes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you like to start?
So you can ask me, what can I do for you today?
What can I do for you today?
So I want you to navigate and hold space for an emotional healing process about something about like I had, when all my friends were there in my birthday, there was like this one moment where I had like so much joy, and then over the joy that there's like slipped in this sadness and this emotion of sadness, and it was mixed. I don't know, it was, I wanted to explore what was that feeling and see what's the story behind it.
So I hear that at your party, you had so much joy. You had this feeling of so much joy, overwhelming joy. And then sadness came over it, but it wasn't just sadness. It was a mixed emotion. And that you'd like to pull it apart a bit to explore that.
Yeah.
So can we go into, let's start with that feeling of sadness. Where do you feel that in your body?
Felt here, all over this area.
And what does it feel like?
It feels like a long tube. This.
Is it an open tube or it's blocked?
I think it's a block.
Where's the bottom of it?
Here.
I can't see with the camera. Can you describe it?
Here.
Okay.
All the way.
Below your belly button?
Yeah.
So it feels like a solid tube?
Yeah. Like yeah, like half solid. It's like white. Like it's half transparent white.
What's the feeling that you feel as you focus on this tube?
I feel sadness because I feel like abandoned by my friends. And I feel mixed anger, also resentment from like expectations I had from them.
So I hear that you feel sadness, feeling abandoned by your friends, and also anger and resentment that they didn't meet expectations that you had of them. So go. Can you feel it more? Can you really give it a voice?
Yeah, and I feel sad that I had that resentment towards them, and I lost like so many friends from it, from being angry at them.
So you lost things from that resentment, that feeling, that anger that they weren't meeting your expectations.
Yes.
What are the expectations? Do you want to stay with the sadness a bit more?
It's like the expectation of always being there for me and being in a close group with me and doing things with me that I want to do.
Can we put that anger aside for now and just stay with the sadness that you feel of not feeling abandoned? Go. You're doing great. Go. It feels like this is coming from the child in you. Does it feel that way to you?
What? I didn't hear you.
It feels to me like this is coming from the child.
Yes.
How old are you here?
Like 4.
And can you see where you are? What do you see?
I'm in the playing ground on the grass, my kibbutz.
Go.
I feel fear.
It's not fair. Was that anger that just came up again?
No, the sadness.
Go. Oh. What emotion is this here now?
Fear.
Fear. What are you scared of?
I feel fear that I'm gonna stay alone.
Mm.
And I can't see any of my friends. They're all playing somewhere. And I'm afraid that I'm gonna get stuck with no one.
You feel alone. You feel scared that you'll always be alone.
Yes.
Go on with you. It's okay.
I want to use the anger.
Okay. Go. Go. Go, go. Go, I'm with you. Go. Feels like it maybe is transformed back to sadness. Is there sadness there now?
Yes.
So let's move the anger out again and come back to the sadness. You're doing great.
I'm angry because they betrayed me. And I'm sad because they betrayed me, they left me alone. They didn't tell me where they're playing.
They betrayed you, they left you alone. They didn't tell you whether they were playing.
Yes.
You felt alone.
Yeah, they just ran off somewhere.
Mm.
And I felt that I'm unworthy for that. And I'm ugly and I'm not good enough to play with them. That I'm a loser.
You felt that by leaving you, they were saying you were unworthy. You weren't good enough for them.
Yes.
You're a loser.
Yes. And I decided something.
What did you decide?
I decided that I'm gonna hate them. And I'm gonna manipulate them to come back and be with me.
You decided that you hated them and that you would manipulate them to come back to be with you.
Yes.
How did you manipulate them?
I pretended like I'm happy, and I made up cool games so they can join them, that they want to join.
You pretend to be happy and you make up cool games. Do things so that they'd want to be friends with you, so they'd want to come play with you. Is this sadness now or anger?
It's fear mixed with sadness. I feel fear because I did it. And I'm afraid, and I didn't know that I did this all this time. And I feel sad for doing this all this time.
Since then, you've used manipulation to make friends, pretending that you're happy, being happy and doing cool things to make people like you.
Yes.
And thinking people will only be your friend if you do cool things.
Yes. And you feel sad because you've been doing that for this whole time. Yes.
Tell me more about the fear. You said you're scared because you've just realized that you've been doing this.
Can you repeat that?
Can you tell me more about the fear?
I feel fear to still do it, to keep going like that. And I feel fear to do this all my life.
I feel fear because you don't want to do this for your whole life. You feel fear that you will do it for your whole life.
Yes.
What would you like instead? What would you like to be in relationships?
I don't know. I want for people to be close to me without expectations and without like me trying to do anything.
Sounds like you want relationships where you can be without needing to prove something or do something special, that you can just be yourself.
Yes. I want to hold space so people can be in it. That's it.
You want to hold space so that people can what?
can be in that space, and that's it if they want.
Mm. Do you want to hold space that people can just be themselves if they want to be there?
I want people to be free to be all whatever they do next to me.
Mm. You want people to feel free with you.
Yeah, and I take back the expectations of them to be in a certain way next to me. I withdraw that expectations forever.
You withdraw the expectation that you need people to be a certain way with you, next to you. Are there any expectations you can withdraw from yourself?
Yeah, I withdraw the expectations of creating cool things so people can join. So I like to be cool and to be fun and to play like I'm happy, to be happy all the time, to need to do something for being loved by my friends.
You withdraw the expectation from yourself that you need to be happy all the time and do cool things in order to receive love from them.
Yes.
What emotion is coming up now? What feeling?
Sadness.
What's the sadness?
To mourn that expectation. It's been with me for so long.
What do you feel now?
I feel joy.
Because
I can be me I can be like whatever, free. But it's mixed with sadness, but I feel joy. I feel joy from this burden from my shoulders to be like something that I'm not.
I hear you saying that you feel joy mixed with sadness to release the burden of needing to be something that you're not, that you now can be free.
Yes.
What does that joy feel like in your body?
Like space and light. It feels like tingly all over my body.
Yeah, stay with that.
It's like I want to cry because I have joy. But it's mixed with sadness.
Yeah, it feels like the joy arises and then this sadness comes in to kind of block it a little bit.
Yes.
I'm wondering what that sadness is specifically that comes in to block the joy.
It's about being stuck all this time. Just realizing the joy and then realizing how I blocked it this whole time. In that moment with my friends, I felt the joy, and then immediately I feel the sadness for blocking that. And then I feel angry about it.
Let's go into the joy. Where do you feel that joy?
Here. So there's something like pumping here.
Can you drop down into your heart?
Yes.
And what does the joy feel like in your heart?
It feels like a bit mixed with ropes of sadness. But I feel it.
Can you gather up those ropes and put them to the side just for now? We can come back to them.
Yes.
Okay, and now can we just let that joy kind of fill the space?
Yes.
What does your heart feel like when it's just filled with joy?
Feel a bit light, like light and empty.
Can you stay with that feeling?
Yes.
Can you let it even expand through the body? Yeah, go.
There's some more sadness. It feels like because I'm empty and I'm transparent, I'm like one with the whole space here.
So it feels like that joy has this like empty, expansive nature. And like openness.
Can you say it again?
It feels like this joy has like an empty but expansive nature.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
And what does it feel like just to stay with that?
I like it.
Can you said it feels like you're kind of melting into the environment a bit. Can you bring in your bubble? Can you feel your bubble there that holds that joy in place?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Good. And can you maybe even experiment with sending that joy out through the bubble, but also containing it at the same time? What does that feel like?
It feels funny and fun. It feels like I can be connected with people in the space and without being me. That was what's bothering me. I didn't want to be me. I felt like I'm being me too much, and that's what I wanted, to disappear and feel that joy. And now I can still like contain it, but it can be spread. Like I can be connected with everything.
When you say you were feeling too much you, like to feel you, what does that mean?
It felt like I'm like a block that's withdrawing all the energy and makes it like heavy, and get like being like making the energy stuck about me, because of all these like stuck emotions, I couldn't let the energy flow through me and pass down in like the circle.
Would you say that's the box that was doing that? That's the me you're talking about there?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this is like was in the image of me, but like it's a block, like a very heavy, like I can feel it now again.
Is there anything there in that block that's needing attention right now? Asking for something?
No, I feel like I can, because that is so familiar, I can go back to that, but I can also go back to being like just transparent. And I'm just experiment with this right now. I haven't felt like this before. So
Okay, great. So you can go back and forth.
yeah. yeah, it's the box, because it meant it to protect me, like this block of armor or something. But I can just take it off like this.
Mm.
It's like the joy is so powerful. It's like crazy.
What is so powerful? What did you say?
The joy. It's like
Mm.
I feel like I can touch it almost.
Mm. Can you describe it a bit more?
It's like this circle. It's like this empty bricks. It's like this geometrical shape that is transparent and empty, and it goes like this in a circle between, like around and between us now. And it's just flowing because it's empty and there's everything can flow through it. And it's connected to everything, so I can connect to, now I just connected to something. It's like that happened to me in the past, and I felt that little joy. It's still connected to this experience now.
Mm. So I'm wondering if we can bring back in the sadness, because there was sadness in the heart and then there was sadness in the throat. It's like ropes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel that they still need some attention?
No, but I want to bring the sadness in and put it where it belongs, in the fluids.
Mm.
In the body.
Yeah, right.
I have some anger here.
Mm-hmm. Where does the anger go?
To my bones.
Mm. And there was some fear as well. Where does the fear go?
Nervous system.
Does everything feel like it's back in its place now?
Yes. I feel very centered, and I feel like I was never full like this with my feelings. And they're really there. All the four of them, can really feel them, like filling me up. They're alive. Now I'm alive.
Oh, thank you.
I want to do the last thing and open a black hole for all the leftovers of the emotion that are in the room, and put everything inside there. Close it.
Yeah, maybe move your body a little bit.
Thank you, Gemma.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I really feel happy we did it, and I feel complete with this level that I was in this healing process with this stuck emotion. Thank you.
You did great, really. It was really beautiful and special to witness and to hold space for. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And yeah, Gemma, I hope you hold more spaces like this for people and yourself. It's really great. Thank you.
Is there any feedback you want to give me?
I mean, it really worked for me, the healing process. It was really great. I felt safe with you, and I felt that I can trust, and you navigate. You are really with me and navigating. I think, I mean, yeah, please, I encourage you to give more people that healing processes, because we don't only heal ourselves when we do it, we heal the metamorphogenic field of the universe. So we heal basically the world. So thank you for holding this space. It's very honorable, like you said.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
I appreciate you too. Thank you. Thank you for your wisdom and for your openness and courage to go there, to go all the way there.
I'm gonna go rest, drink a lot of water, and continue to stay.
Enjoy. Enjoy.
Thank you, Gemma.
Thank you.
Talk
Bye.
to you soon. Bye-bye.